If you watch slow living videos on YouTube or any social media platform, they for sure make slow living look really easy. But is it? Is it so easy to just stop everything you do and smell the roses? It for sure wasn't for me. It was a long process, and there were some thought processes and behaviors that I had to unlearn and to learn new behaviors instead.
We stand on the opposite shore.
Like many people, I like to make lists, and like many people, I tend to make them really long, overstuffing my life with things I need to do, places I need to go to, people I have to meet. One of my first steps was limiting my activities. This can take many forms: putting less on your to-do list, taking a look at your schedule, and slowing down on your activities or even your children's. Just trying to make some more free time in your schedule so that you even have the chance to slow down. Maybe even take a look at your work and how much you're taking on.
The ending goes honestly don't.
I've been an avid yes sayer for many years. You want me to come over and help? Yes. You need me to do your taxes? Sure. You need any advice? Here I come. Always saying yes can be really unhealthy. I struggled with this for many years. I actually married someone who constantly told me, you have to start saying no. And so I did. Let me tell you, it was very hard in the beginning, especially if you're an avid yes sayer. It's best to start with the small no's first and then kind of work your way up, but it was also the most freeing thing ever. Technically, you also always say no, because if you say yes to someone or something, you say no to something else that you could be doing instead. Saving time was something I was kind of addicted to. If I could make something happen fast, I did, because that meant I could do something else and not constantly feel behind in life, which I had been doing for such a long time. For me, that, for example, meant taking the car to the store, even though it's just a few 100 meters away, because it would save me a few minutes. This was a hard one to break for me. I used to have to force myself to walk to the store, even though I love walking. But I felt horrible, and I was actually panicking because I thought I didn't have enough time to get all the things done that needed to be done. And it was actually kind of a tough process. I know it sounds weird, but I had a very hard time with this. And after a while, what happened instead was that walking or even biking to the store, instead of just doing it the quick way, helped me to end up feeling way more relaxed. The panic was just in the beginning, but when I was actually walking and doing all of that, it helped me to not only slow down with the activity itself, but also in my mind. So relaxation used to be only allowed for me during the evening, just before going to bed. You wouldn't catch me reading a book during the day. I felt ashamed when I relaxed during the day. At that point, I was a stay-at-home mom, and my husband worked 40 hours per week, and I felt I had to do the same. But I didn't realize that as a mom, and now actually as a desk worker, because I do have a job, I actually work way more than 40 hours. Even back then when I was a stay-at-home mom, a lot of times it maybe doesn't feel like it because it's spread out throughout 7 days of the week. But just allowing myself downtime for short whiles during the day has helped me be less on edge and feel like I constantly have to be on the go. It needs to get done fast and efficiently used to be my motto. Trying to do everything all the time and constantly just not stopping will burn you out and make you feel tired. Just do it, but do it slower, not rushing through all activities of life. That will actually make you appreciate things so much more. It'll lower your cortisol, your stress levels. I remember reading Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk and just feeling like I was doing it all wrong. My reselling business wasn't growing, and I felt like it was because I didn't put in the hours, didn't hustle hard enough. I always had a hard time hustling though. It just doesn't come naturally to me, and I felt less because of it. Like, it makes sense that I didn't reach my goals because I didn't work hard enough. I needed to put in more hours and do it all better. So I did try for a while, but for me that just didn't work. It just really burned me out and made me so tired, and it made me very grumpy and very moody. I was moody because of that for years, until I realized that many people reach their goals by not hustling that hard, but by putting in their work regularly, every day, chipping away little by little, making smart decisions. And this is a compound effect that will build over time, and working every day for even 30 minutes on a goal is better than working for hours, for months, or maybe even years, but just completely destroying your mind and body. Romanticizing your life is something that so many people make videos about, talk about on social media. I don't want to romanticize my life. I want to savor it. Be grateful for the small things, for the cup of tea that you can pour yourself in the morning, for the smiles your kids give you when they see you, and all of those things. Those are things we shouldn't take for granted. But being in a constant rush makes you not see them. And months or years down the road, you think back and realize that life has just gone by in a haze. Just stopping once in a while and actually enjoying what you're doing right now and realizing the blessings you have will help you to not get stuck in that haze, and will have you look back on your life later on and be grateful for all those little moments that you actually savored. I know this is something I mention in a lot of my videos, but the most important step towards slowing down is simplifying. Decluttering your home, getting rid of unneeded and unused items, decluttering your relationships, and cleaning out things in your life that unnecessarily burden you. This might even be your work. I left my vintage booth 2 months ago. It was a hard decision, but ultimately helped me to actually be able to slow down. Excess things will draw away your attention from the actually important things in life, and saying goodbye to those is the most freeing thing you can do. And then you can start enjoying your slower pace of life and walk to the beat of your own drum.